All right, same shit, different day. So this is in the daylight, the extent of the bodywork I started yesterday. I have to do another coat of Bondo on the rear side of this and over the front, and sand it down again. And I have to get that little spot up there. I'm gonna try to get the front coilovers in right now, around 3 o'clock. What time is it right now? 1:15. At about 3 o'clock, I have to go to O'Reilly's and look over the filler necks and hopefully get one that actually fits, and then I'd like to try and get that in today. But I'm gonna get the front up, I'm gonna get the wheels off and see if I can get these coils in real quick. So I got the old coilover out. The guy said it wasn't eBay. Bullshit. These are as eBay as it gets. So I got my BCs in, never seizing those bolts. I'm gonna actually take those, or I'm gonna wind those nuts back up, and I'm gonna never seize those two, just because everything I take off of this car I want to never seize. I'm hopefully gonna take that caliper back apart today and see if that's seized or not, because I don't know why it's doing this to the rotor. I rebuilt the slides, I did everything, so it should be fine, but I didn't do anything with the caliper itself, so it's got to be, that's the only thing I can think of. So right now I have the bolt for right here. These are both zip tied when I got the car. I have some extra bolts that came out of Subaru's. This one should fit just fine. I'm going to clean this up, put that in, try and find a bolt for right there. And after that, I should be getting close to time to go to O'Reilly's, so I'll do that, and hopefully we'll have the filler neck back too. All right, so it's all back together. I got the coilover in. The guy that I bought these off of said that they were seized and they couldn't adjust the ride height at all, but I just loosened all of these, well, except for this one. I couldn't get the top collar, which I think is for the preload up here, to move, but that's fine because they rode okay. They were just low, so at least the ride height's up now. I have them just about flush with the bottom of the with this collar here, but that's situated. It's bolted up there, it's bolted up here. I'm just gonna leave the wheel off so I can deal with this, but I'm gonna go do the other side now, so hopefully we'll have a little better ride in the front and then maybe get to the rears today. All right, so it's getting late in the day. I've gone around to a few parts stores looking for a filler neck from like other distributors, places that buy from different places, and haven't really had any luck. AutoZone had one that's about the same as the one that I've got right now, or no, Napa did, excuse me, and AutoZone didn't even have one in stock. The closest one was Massachusetts. So I guess tomorrow I'm going to try to make that one fit. I got the front coilovers in. I took apart that brake. I think it's just the pads that's gouging up the rotor. I think it's just because the pads were wavy. They were just marking it up. Because I don't really feel any grooves in the rotor yet. I'm going to keep an eye on that though. And since it's such an open design in the front of the wheel, it'll be easy for me to reach my hand in there every so often and feel the rotors, make sure they're not being gouged up. If that's the case, then I'll get new pads and I'll probably look into the caliper, but I think the caliper's working fine. It seems to be working fine. But yeah, so the front's done. I'm working on the rear right now. I have the next coat of Bondo on there. I'm gonna jack up the rear now. I might turn the car around, actually. I'm not sure. Excuse me. Actually, no, this is in the sun, so I'll probably leave it where it is. But I'm gonna sand this down now and hopefully get this painted today, and maybe get the rear coils in tonight. We'll see. All right, so it's going on about 7 o'clock. I'm running out of daylight. I'm about to call it quits for today. I got the front coilovers in, the wheels back on. I raised those coilovers up a little bit. I took apart the front caliper and I made sure that everything in there was as it should. Pretty sure I already explained that. And on the rear, I coated the whole thing in rust reformer and then sanded it in the places that there were some runs and stuff like that. And then I bondoed this section again just to fill in some of the divots that were in what was already there. So after this dries, I'm going to sand this. This whole section is going to get primed. That's probably going to be it for tonight. And then when it's warmer tomorrow, probably around midday, I'm going to paint it. I'm just going to do it black. I'm not going to go and get paint matched Java Black Pearl. You know, the rest of the car's beat up. I'm not going to make it that nice. As long as it's not rusty anymore and it's black, I'm not worried about it. Because the other side's disgusting. So that's next on the chopping block. I mean, that's going to be a much bigger section because this whole spot is rotted all the way down, just like I did on this side. But yeah, I want to get that now rather than later before it spreads and makes everything even worse. This side, the strut tower needs a little work too, so I should have some money coming back in from my tax returns, so you know, hopefully that helps me out here. I'd like to get a lot of work done to this thing. But yeah, that's about it for today, honestly. If anything else happens, I'll pick up the camera, but I want to get a lot more done today too is the thing, but man, this takes like forever. So tomorrow I'm also going to go to the dealership. I'm going to go to a Subaru dealership local to me, because I don't know what it is with these aftermarket filler necks, but the head on them is supposed to be this way and it's welded on this way. So with a little bit of money that I got coming in, I'm going to go bite the bullet and buy an OEM filler neck, because I'd like to try and cut the spot welds and rotate it. Is it really worth it? Just go spend the money and get the one that I know is going to fit, you know? So we'll see. Hopefully they're open. I don't know how the dealerships are. Oh, you know, they might actually be closed, because I know they said dealerships are non-essential as far as this coronavirus stuff goes. Hopefully the service department's open. We'll see. So before I left last night, I sanded down that last coat of Bondo. I'm pretty happy with the way that this quarter has turned out. The plan today is going to be prime this, paint it, get this tape off. And honestly, I'll probably just end up starting on the other side. I should have some money coming in soon, and I should be able to order the catch can set up, some front end stuff that it needs. I also went to the dealership today and I ordered OEM filler neck. It was actually cheaper than the parts store, which is not usually how that goes. But that'll be in hopefully on Thursday, and once that comes in, should be able to pop that in. I don't know if that's going to have the hoses and everything on it that like this one does. Like, I'll show you. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to come with all of these lines here. These are all tacked together to the neck, but I don't think that's how the OEM one works. I think these are all bolted to brackets, because the way that they described it at the dealership was that every little one, like this would be a part number, this would be a part number, this would be a part number, this is a different part number. So I only ordered the neck and I believe this upper and lower piece. Other than that, I don't know. But we'll see once that comes in. We'll see what I need to get, what I need to buy. I'm probably going to end up returning this whole unit, and I will keep the shutoff valve right here. I'll keep this, I'll put this on the OEM neck, and I'll just go get some gas lines so I can do these lines right here. So just laid down the first couple coats of primer. I went to the parts store, I got a little more masking tape, some acetone to clean off the surface, because I didn't want to just wipe it off and call it good. But I'm not going to run around to 3 or 4 different stores right now and try and go find rubbing alcohol. But first coat's down. It's kind of windy, so it's a little difficult for me to get in here without it spraying fucking everywhere, but you know, I'll try and figure that out. I need to get in the door jamb here a little more and underneath this lip, but after that should be ready for paint, so that'll be cool. It's getting later in the day. I did a few coats of primer, sanded it between each coat and cleaned it. I went around looking for rubbing alcohol to clean the panel that I'm painting, and nowhere has it because people are buying it up to make their own hand sanitizer. So thanks, COVID. But we got it painted. This is the first coat, or second coat technically. I'm gonna go through, probably sand it again one more time, and then spray it again. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's still damaged right here, but at least this isn't rusty anymore. You know, that was the big concern. It's not gonna match, it's not gonna look pretty for a little bit, but at least it won't be rotting away. So that's cool. So I got that side. I can get a straight head-on shot right there. And then this is next. This side's nasty. There's gonna be a lot of work to do on this just because it's climbing so far up already. That's gonna suck. But yeah, we'll get to that eventually here. Filler neck's coming in Thursday. I want to take the intercooler off. I want to check out the turbo. I want to make sure that it's not like full of blow by. I want to go through things while it's sitting here. I might as well. So I'll be going through that in between painting, and yeah, I mean that's really all it is. This is right now isn't going to be too exciting. Just body work, some you know, maintenance and stuff. Should have some money coming in though, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I'm gonna do pretty soon. Front O2 sensor is gonna go in, downpipe's gonna go in, the catch can setup is gonna go in. I want to order the white line inner outer tie rod kit, or no, it's outer tie rods and ball joints. I want to get new inner tie rods, new sway bar links for the front, new control arms maybe. I want to go through everything. I'm going to try to tidy up the engine bay a little bit. Anything in here that can be rerouted or, you know, neatened up, I'll do. I already took out the daytime running light module thing over there. I don't need that. I'd get rid of that in every car I have. I might try to get an aftermarket coolant and washer fluid jug to put here and get rid of that. And this technically, you just gotta, it's a little smaller, so you just gotta fill it more, but I'm not worried about it. Maybe get a new fuel filter and a new inline. But yeah, no, there's plenty to do. I want to bleed the brakes too. It's another thing. I want to do the rear brakes because I need to figure out why I have no e-brake right now. As a matter of fact, I think while that paint's drying, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to take this apart, and I'm going to at least try to tighten that and see if it does anything, and if not, then I'm going to assume the rear shoes are shot, which is probably what it is because this car wasn't really taken care of. So a lot to do, but keep up, see what we're doing. I told Andrew, I'm going to pause this because it's probably much louder on camera. I told Andrew if he can get another GoPro in Arkansas and send me some clips, that way we can keep up with like what Andrew's doing, having fun down there. He was sending me some Snapchats today that had a lot of cool play. They're like out hiking and stuff, and there's a lot of cool spots that he was showing me, you know, waterfalls and little caves and shit. So if you want to see adventures with Andrew, you know, hype it up. That way he's forced to, that guilt him into going and get a GoPro. But yeah, other than that, I think that's about it for today. I'm just going to finish this up, probably do one or two more updates if the e-brake worked or something, or if I clear coat the quarter panel and call it good. But other than that, that's about it. All right, final clip of the night. Here's Christian. You've never met him? Now you have. I took my grill apart. I'm trying to do this while there's still daylight. There really ain't much left. Come on. There we go. Took my grill apart, wire brushed the whole thing, primed it, painted it. Tomorrow I need to do the, whatever you want to call that, the bezel and the front trim piece. I need to get all this stupid fucking plastic dip off of it and repaint it. The quarter panel's been painted a few times. Can't even see the GoPro right now. Quarter panel's been painted a few times. I'm gonna leave it like this, put it on the ground for tonight. Tomorrow I'll clear coat it, and after that I don't know, because I still got a day to wait for the filler neck, and I don't know, I might try to deal with the fuel sender tomorrow. I might rip the rear seats out, we'll see. Alright, so we're back at the Forester. Took a break for a couple days because I don't know if you can tell around me, but it snowed like significantly. This is also a day and a half's worth of melting, but it was raining for a day, then it snowed for a day, and then I had to let that melt. But I have the filler neck in, I got the OEM neck in, and it was just the neck, bare bones, so we're gonna try and take the wheel off. We're gonna see what I can use from the old setup that's currently on the car, and what I can rig up so that I don't have to use parts off this O'Reilly's filler neck, because I want to return this and get my money back. So we're going to move the Jeep, we're going to move the Forester out to the center, we're going to take the wheel off again, and see what we can do about this filler neck situation. Alright, so I got to be quick because the GoPro's dying, but I got the tape off the car, the paint's done, bodywork's done on this side. It's been taking me so long trying to get this filler neck out. This is some of the rot in the wheel well that's underneath the excuse me, I've been eating popcorn, it's really dry. Some more rot back there. I don't know if you can see the light. Yeah, there you go. Now, so this quarter is definitely going to need some work interior wise, but the 3 bolts that hold this plate on behind the gas store, the 3 spots here, 2 of them actually came out, which I was impressed, because normally they just snap, which would make my job easier, but this one was a pain in the ass. So this bolt, I was trying to grab onto it in the rear with pliers, and at some point in time long ago, this little nut was on the rear and this was just spinning and I couldn't really grab it, but we finally got that out. Right now I'm working on trying to get the hose clamp off of the neck to the filler hose into the tank, and that's all seized up and rotted, and the nut on the outside is actually crumbling apart. So I'm gonna try and figure out what I'm gonna do about that, but that's where I'm at right now. Tank should be, the neck should be fairly close to coming out soon, and then I've been eyeballing it as I go. I should have just about everything I need with this and that, and the piece that goes here. I shouldn't have to take anything, or I wouldn't take it anyway, but I shouldn't need to get anything that comes on that neck. I should be able to just put this one in, use what parts I have, and we should be good. GoPro died, but I just got the filler neck out, so that's awesome. Let me just, let's see. So, oh, I just missed it. Right there. That was the issue. That, and the fact that the little stopper in there, the little door, whatever you want to call that, is partially open. It's rotting away. Look at that, you know? So I'm gonna try and take this lower line right here. This is in good shape. This looks newer, actually. I'm gonna try and take this, I'm gonna put it on that neck, because I stole this same line off of a neck I had at my house that came off of 1st Gen Impreza, and it's a little shorter, but this is a lot crustier than the line that came off the car, surprisingly, and the end of this is plugged up. So I'm going to try and swap those around without snapping that bolt, and then I'm going to try and get this in, and hopefully I should be able to go put gas in it today. It's going to be sick. So let's get to that. Well, it looks like my gas gauge started working last night, but we're going to hopefully fix that permanently today. Got the car home last night, got the filler neck done. Today I'm hoping to get the DW200 pump in, and after that, I don't know. Say hello.
Howdy.
All right.
Would you rather have pot stickers and rice tonight? Since we had pasta last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess you're not closing the garage door, huh?
Do you need me to?
Yes, that's so hard for me.
All right.
Tired of that thing.
There we go. And then 3, 2, 1. There it goes. All right. All right, let's cold start this bitch. Oh, fuck, forgot about that. That's right, I gotta fix these brakes. Alright. Well, it's good. It's good to know that I actually have a quarter of a tank left. I've gone 164 miles without filling up. That's pretty sweet. Maybe that's not, maybe that's low, maybe that's not great, I don't know. But my my 04 that I had before this, the NA one, the one that was doing the thing, it got awful gas mileage for some reason. I don't know. I never really had the chance to look into it because I was pretty stoked just with the fact that I had actually fixed the thing before I sold it. But I never had a chance to look into why the gas mileage got so bad, because it was fine when I bought it. So I don't know, something was going on with that, but this is great. Like, I understand it's a turbo car, but like just not having to have filled up twice already is awesome. So we're gonna go get gas. I want to check my bank account and see what I got for cash, and then fuel pump time. So let's get to it. All right, change of plan. If I have a quarter of a tank left, then it probably makes more sense to change the fuel pump now than when I fill my tank. So we're gonna try and put the fuel pump in right now, and then hopefully go get gas in this pig. Oh yeah, I forgot I have no grill right now too. I gotta finish painting that. I've got the mesh right here. I repainted this because that was all fucked up. I should probably clear coat this today just to be, you know, just to give it an extra coat of protection against whatever comes flying towards it. But I still have to finish the, I still gotta finish this, getting all of the, this weird blue shit. It's like they dipped it blue and then painted it black. So I need to take care of that because that's hideous. But fuel pump first, so I gotta get all this stuff out of here. I gotta take this lower trim, the spare tire cover, and all these panels out, fold the seats down. I should be able to get right to the fuel pump cover, so let's do that. So I stripped the back, I took all the panels out, I took the spare tire out, and this was full to about here of water. And my grandfather made this pump way back in the day. It's just a pump with two hoses on each end, and plugged it in, and I got what I could out of there. Got this delicious looking McDonald's cup full of ass water. So let's get rid of that. Ew, dude, it's even staining it. Look at that, dude. That's disgusting. So I'm gonna dry up what's left in here. I'm gonna vacuum this all out. There's some rat pellets here by the trailer brake area. Fuel pump covers right there, so easy access. That's good. It doesn't look like the mice chewed up the seats very bad. It looks like they were mostly around right here, which is interesting. Normally they're under the seats. Come on. But I don't see too much. Come on. There we go. I don't see too much under there as far as, like, it would look like that, little pellets of fabric, of foam, excuse me. And I don't see too much of that, so that's a good sign. So we're gonna dry this up. I'm gonna clean in here where the bumper, normally when they rot out, this one's cool because it still has this cover right here, but normally they rot out behind here and they just throw dirt and debris up here. So I'm gonna vacuum out all the dirt and, you know, 16 years of shit that's collected right there. I'm gonna clean all of this out, and then we're gonna take the fuel pump cover off. I got the fuel pump in. I didn't really film much because I was just worried about getting it in so I could take the car to go get food because my grandparents are hungry and they ordered pizza, so I'm gonna go get that. Anyway, oh man, it really smells like fucking piss back here now. Fucking rats or mice, whatever. I gotta finish scrubbing. Man, it's awful. Never smelled it before. Anyway, that's in. It's all good to go. The only thing is the gas gauge was still doing the same thing it was doing before, which it shouldn't be, because this is a new assembly, so it has a new fuel level sender on it. Now it's normal right now. That needle should climb a little bit, but it's not below E and throwing the light like it used to. But it did it while I was driving to go get the pizza, so I don't know if the gauge has an issue, if there's an issue in the wiring between there and here, but something's still not completely right. But I was gonna go get gas, but I forgot my wallet. Luckily they already paid for the pizza, so it didn't matter. But yeah, so I haven't gotten gas yet, but I'm gonna assume that it's gonna do that when I go to get gas too, because it shouldn't matter. It's going up to where the gas level is right now, so obviously it's working. But other than that, pump's in. I'm gonna clean the rear a little more. I just finished my food. I took a little break. It's getting dark. I want to spray the spare tire well one more time. The rest of the stuff that smells is in this like padded material that's back there. I'll show you. Actually, I'm sure you already saw it, but the rest of the stuff, it's in like this padding here where the rat pellets were, right there where that sticky spot is. This stuff I already sprayed and cleaned. This whole side, that's from my foot. But if you remember what this looked like, this is a lot cleaner now than it was at the beginning of the day. So what my plan is is that same rust reformer stuff that I put in the wheel well, this Rust-Oleum right here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to tape off right along this lip here. I'm going to tape off right along here, and obviously it doesn't go past here, but right against where this frame rail is, where all these spot welds are, I'm going to rust reformer this whole thing. That way this doesn't get any further. But this is actually a lot cleaner than it looked at first glance, so I'm really happy about that. I was expecting holes, but yeah. I just sprayed down the spare tire well, and I gotta say it looks really good. Check it out. Still wet, but it's just the rust reformer. I'm not looking to like paint it or anything, but just this alone. I still got to get down here, but I just taped off the line around the edge of the well where the pad would have gone if it came all the way around. I can get closer, right up against that lip there, and I think it came out pretty good. I think I'm gonna call that it for today, because it's really just gonna be cleaning, reassembling, and going home. So, you know, nothing too exciting, but still progress on the car nonetheless. So if you want to see more of that, then you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe.